Thank you for joining us today. So today on our interview, we have Chuck Loftin from Loftin Equipment. Chuck, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Nathan. Happy
We're
to be
really,
here.
we're really excited that you could join us today. And as we get started, can you just explain to us a little bit about Loftin Equipment?
Yeah, Loftin Equipment is a power solutions business started in 1976 by my dad, Mark. He was 21 years old at the time. We had two counties for Kohler for the distributorship there and have grown significantly in the last 40 plus years, now in a bunch of different states in the Southwest and California. And really at the heart of what we do are engine and generator solutions.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's nice you guys are still doing it 40 plus years now. That's incredible. And congrats to
Yeah,
your dad for getting that started.
yeah, absolutely. He kind of grew up in a family business in the printing business. He knew he didn't want to work for anybody when he was older, and so he started Loftin Equipment, and here we are.
That's awesome. Now you mentioned that you operate in a bunch of different states. What would you say is your strategy as the states start opening it back up and the regulations kind of vary between the states?
Yeah, I think, one of the difficult things is preparing for the state orders, but also the county and the city orders. So we've been in constant communication with the different branches, with our different team, and also just making sure that we're doing the right thing with safety, right? I mean, that's paramount for our customers and of course, our team. So real challenge for us is providing a proper level of service for our customers while making sure that our team is safe and being responsible.
So that's good to hear that you're following all the safety regulations and kind of monitoring it at the local and state level.
Mhm.
Have you noticed any opportunities that have come up as you kind of track the different stages of the openings?
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the things that we go through with our team is Texas has been hit hard. They've been asking about face masks at the local level and the state level, so that's kind of a pain for our team to adhere to that. And I think emotionally, we're trying to be available for our team. A lot of different conflicting emotions. Some people think the COVID deal is a big load of BS, and then some are, genuinely scared. So it's managing those expectations and showing a lot of empathy amongst our team, and of course, making sure that we're responsible out there. A couple different things that we've noticed is a big forced progression from our team. Some team members have been, hesitant to use telecommuting or telecommunications tools. So we've really invested heavily in those in the past and making sure that we're utilizing all of those tools. And then, of course, I'm sure like everyone else, looking at our policies and procedures, tightening those up, looking at our expense control policy, and even anything down to dress code. Just taking a look at, have we been, are we too old school in the past? And, should we relax this? What does our footprint look like with our buildings and our, in terms of our teams? Just anything and everything we've taken a look at right now.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question, which was about how if COVID-19 has caused you to make operational or strategic changes on the business side, and it sounds like it has when you mentioned the dress code and kind of your footprint and the buildings and all that. So that's really good to hear.
hmm Yeah, and I think strategically, it's important for us to stay the course. We've got a 5-year plan, and we're working that plan. I think that's not going to change. I think maybe how we get there, how we navigate those waters to get there. Obviously, we're making sure that we're agile and that the team's prepared in different things. We spent a lot of time recently, and in the past, we have Loftin University and making sure that our team is trained up. We've spent a lot of time lately training the team on different things, all the way from emotional resilience to, learning new habits like we talked about with the different Microsoft Teams and different tools that we have to utilize.
That's really great to hear that even on the training side, you're adjusting your kind of curriculum and what you're offering through the Lofton University.
Yeah, and it's difficult for people, myself included. You know, I want to be in front of people. I'm sure a lot of people do, and you want to be in a classroom together. And you know, just right now, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So, taken to those virtual classrooms now. You know, kind of like what we're doing, a Zoom call, Microsoft Teams call, whatever we can do to stay in front of our team and our customers. I think the other thing that is important to note is, you know, the customer relationships are so important, and not just kind of being there and having that relationship, you know, with the customers, as opposed to trying to sell things, but just, you know, relating on a human level of where they're at, how's their family doing, do they have anybody affected, you know, what they're going through, right? I mean, again, I'll go back to the Texas economy has been, you know, decimated a lot with, you know, not only COVID, but oil and gas, right? And so there's a lot of our team in Texas, their families, you know, people that they know, neighbors. There's just a lot out there, and so we just want to make sure that we're, you know, giving hugs where needed.
Yeah, it's important to keep that personal touch and not just use COVID-19 as an excuse to kind of disconnect from your customers. So it's good to hear that you guys are doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any other advice for, EGSA members who are also, kind of struggling with the multiple states or anything like that?
I think maybe not advice, but some more shared experiences. You know, I talked about the training and development and making sure that we're on point with that. I think a continued emphasis on leadership and agility has served Loftin well in this time, and making sure that we have the proper people in the boat rowing in the same direction. And I think, you know, the empathy, you know, right? Just understanding where people are coming from, and being empathetic to their situation, what they've got going on at home. A lot of people have kids that are out of school. You know, daycare might not be available. So this is just a big learning curve for everybody. So making sure that we're empathetic to our team and our customers. And then finally, the last one that we've seen a awesome response from is continued gratitude, right? I mean, there's so much negativity out there. So the more that we can say thank you to our team, their families, our customers, and just being grateful for one another, and you know, staying positive, it's been really important for us.
Chuck, it's really great to hear that you guys are taking an emphasis on the business side, strategical and operational, but also on the human side of it. And that's really great to hear.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, at the heart of everything we do is our team and our people and their families, and you know, we want to make sure that they're taken care of, and so that they can focus on the business. But you know, when they've got their mind cluttered with everything else that's going on, we want to be empathetic and make sure that they know that we're there for them.
I mean, that's something that we can all just kind of do on our own also, just even outside of work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a shame that this thing has taken on, you know, partisan lines, and you see that different thing. And you know, getting back to, you know, we're all in this together. We're all in the economy together, and you know, supporting each other is more important now than ever.
Couldn't have said it better. Well, Chuck, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us kind of a new perspective on how, your team and your company is taking care of this and kind of working themselves through this. So thank you.
Absolutely, Nathan. Thank you, and I appreciate everything. We appreciate everything that EGSA is doing to have the community connected. It's really important in times like this.